Hello, everyone. Welcome. You are on the preview call for the Focus Trade mission to Indonesia. We're just going to make another minute and we will get started here. The mission is October 3rd and 4th. I'm glad you can join us. Sarah, if you could go to the next slide also. Welcome, everyone. My name is Cindy Curtis with Food Export. I'm a liaison in the Midwest and based in the Chicago office. For those of you unfamiliar with our group, we are a nonprofit organization that promotes agricultural products from our 13 Midwestern and 10 Northeastern states that promote food and agricultural products. We help U.S. companies enter international markets by offering education, global connections, and export strategies and market assistance. Next slide, please. Thank you for joining the preview. The preview of the Focus Trade mission to Indonesia, October 3rd and 4th. This session is focused on the Focus Trade mission to Indonesia to discuss markets, products of interest, and general itinerary of the mission. We will also discuss the cost to participate as well as registration. This call will last about 30 minutes and is being recorded and will be posted to the webpage. Everyone is automatically muted. We will encourage you to ask questions through the Q&A box to be discussed following the presentation. Questions that are not answered will be answered in email. Later, you'll see a slide of our liaison team to connect with help with questions for anything that you learned about during this session. One of the benefits of Food Export, we have in-market reps from around the world to access virtual consultations and or market builders, which can help with product analysis and rep finders. Please reach out to your liaisons with questions on these opportunities. And today we are joined on this call with Leonard Tahiji, Kafi Kurnia, and Lily Tang, our in-market reps in Indonesia. Our activity coordinator for this event is Amy Burdett from Food Export. At this time, I would like to turn over the presentation to Leonard, Kafi, and Lily. Next slide, please.
Hello, my name is Kafi Kurnia, and I am the in-market representative for Food Export. Welcome to Indonesia, one of the most exciting economy in probably in Asia, because Indonesia in the next in the year 2030 will be 2030 will be probably the 5th or the 6th largest economy in the world. We just finished the election year this year, and then we have a new president that will be inaugurated in October or November this year. And then with the population almost 270 million people, we are now in the Ramadan season, one of the fastest season in Indonesia. And you can see that this is very exciting, and the market is exploding in retail, almost 70 billion rupiah in the market for during this 1 month of the festive season. Next. Okay, I will not make I do not want to make you frustrated with the numbers and everything, but you can see in the slide that we are very stable with the growth forecast for the GDP. Next. This is the one of the exciting that Indonesia, we just received the new status from the World Bank that Indonesia will become the middle class potential. And you can see in this slide, according to Euromonitor, Indonesia has the best potential for the middle class. Next. This is the projection according to McKinsey company that middle class to increase by 90 million people in the next 20 years. Next. And on the retail side, Indonesia has a very exciting growth and improvement. Basically, in the last 10 years, 70% of Indonesian highway was built in the last 10 years. With this new infrastructure of road, now many supermarkets and this distributor and importer, now they're opening depot. And then, for example, for retail, now the retail chain, national retail chain is not just opening in the first cities, second cities, but they started opening on the third cities. Indonesian retail penetration, modern retail penetration is still below 72%. So it's pretty, it has a lot of opportunity to grow in the next decade. With the new supermarket in building almost every week. Every week we have a new opening. We are in a very exciting time for the retail development in Indonesia. Next. This is interesting that Indonesia achieved its highest ever ranking and index released by global management consultancy A.T. Kearney that measure retail investment worldwide as retailers seek to expand in the country to tap the burgeoning middle income population. At this present, we have Japanese supermarket opening in Indonesia. We have Chinese and also Philippines. We have a lot of franchise from overseas starting to entering in Indonesia. And because of this, global retail in Indonesia currently is estimated as $326 billion, but many experts feel that Indonesia probably is above 400 billion US dollar. Next. Now, this is what's interesting is you can see that all the overseas retail, player starting investing in Indonesia. This is a very exciting. Bigger store are now being opened, but in Indonesia you have several segments. The lower segment is the convenience store, which is over 30,000 store all over Indonesia. Then you have also middle format, which is supermarket, and then we also have the big format, which is like club store in the United States. Next. And this is the name of the local retailer in Indonesia. Saya lihat Grand Lucky, Hero, Ranch Market, Farmers Market, Full Hall, Hari-Hari, Pepito, Festive, Indomaret, Alfamart, Alfamidi, and all the range hypermarket format to mini market format. Next. This is the basically the how much is the segment that the convenience store has the biggest market. Then you have the hypermarket and you have the supermarket. Next. Convenience store is still one of the most the king, because Indonesia still has a lot of thousands of mom and pop super shop. So now all of them is slowly starting being converted to the convenience store. And then we have a lot of players that are investing in the convenience store. Next. This is the market size outlook in billion. You can see that it's growing very fast, and then the 2028 it's still growing, and then probably every year it will be growing around 5%. Next. This is quite interesting. Besides of the retail, for example, we take the example for the food and service segment is the retail update. We use bakery as a case studies in this presentation. Next. Why we take bakery is because now bakery in Indonesia, although Indonesia basically is not consumer oriented that eating bread, but eating rice. But you can see that the bakery now is growing and then segmented from artisan to big manufacturing factory, and also the chain. There are so many national chain in the bakery. Next. And then we also have a lot of bakery franchise from overseas opening in Indonesia, from Korea, and also from other countries too. Next. And this is Indonesian bakery and seller market overview. You can see that the market is very big, and it's still growing with more than 4% every year. Next. And this is some breakdown on the current and forecast trend in the food and beverages, including restaurant and fast food. Next. And this is Indonesian, some of the other case studies, which is the frozen food. Frozen food market is also growing very fast. Next. And at the end, as a conclusion, I can say that the future prospect in July last year, Indonesia regained upper middle group according to the World Bank income classification status. This is a very important development for our country after failing out in 2020 due to the impact of the COVID-19. With a post-pandemic recovery underway, poverty reduction has received a boost also, and as much to 2023, Indonesia poverty rate was below 10%, was at 9.36% after having risen 10.2% in September 2020 because of the COVID-19. According to the World Bank October 2023 economic report, Indonesia economic growth is underpinned by pickup of private consumption and positive terms of trade GDP growth projected at 5% in 2023 and to an average of 4.9% over the medium term between 2024 to 2026. So I think you will agree with us, with me, that Indonesia is a superstar in the Southeast Asia for economic growth and consumer goods market, and that it's a very good market for your long-term strategy if you want to develop a good market in Asia. Thank you. And this is the activity. You can see that day one, we will have a market brief on Indonesia by FIS counselor and Shea, and we will take you to a retail tour about 4 retail outlets to show you the dynamics of the market, and we'll show you a different format of the market so you can see. And then it will be ended with dinner reception. We will invite importers, major retailers, and bakery and food services, so you can have introduction and interactive session with them. And then I think you will gain a lot of interesting facts about the country. Next. And for day two, we will give you a deeper market brief on Indonesian retail. And then after that, you will have a one-on-one meeting with importer and distributor. And then finally, the day will be ended with free time in the evening. Next. Thank you.
Next slide, please. Thank you, Coffee. The prices and registration deadlines are on the screen. For focus trade missions, the cost is always $425 for early registration, and that is until May 27th. And then the standard registration deadline is July 10th, and that would be for $625. And just remember, since it is a focused trade mission, meaning that they accept a limited number of people to participate, please sign up early if you're interested. And certainly, if you have any additional questions, you can always try to set up a virtual consultation down the line with any of the in-market reps in Indonesia. Next slide, please. So for services provided by Food Export during this mission, you can see that you'll have one-on-one buyers meetings. Oops, excuse me, sorry. That was my neighbor. A pre-event custom product research, including the market overview and additional distribution analysis, a market briefing by the USDA Foreign Ag Service, as you saw earlier, the retail tour, and inclusion in the trade mission brochure, and on-site assistance by the representatives in Indonesia. Next slide, please. If you have additional questions, please reach out to your specific liaison, which will be listed here. If we could start with any questions that anyone has for this mission. One of them is, how do you get samples for meetings for this event? If Coffee or Leonard can let us know. Oh, you're on mute.
Normally, if it's a small quantity, you can send it through FedEx or DHL. That will be good. And then also, if we can ask whether we can use the if it's permitted, we can use the diplomatic pouch from the U.S. Embassy, but we have to ask for permission first. So that's the two way of getting sample to Indonesia. But usually no glasses and no liquid. It has to be dry products only.
Okay. Could you review the halal certification process in your country?
Probably Leonard can help me and explaining the halal certification.
Oops, you're on mute. Leonard, we can't hear you.
Leonard, you're still on mute.
Hello, yes. Well, the government required the halal certification for all for the product, not just that, but also the halal. And it will be enforced. All the product have to be certified by October 17 this year. And the post says working with the local halal body to have possible the halal body that can be approved by the local by the Indonesian government. So once they got the approval, the certification halal from the US, this product can be just registered in the Indonesian halal. That's the procedure. And I think there's currently about 5 halal body that has been approved, and still working on it. I think probably I think they at least have another 3 to 5 another halal body that will be approved this year. Okay.
Do we have any other questions? I don't see any more in the queue. If you can pop them in. Otherwise, feel free to reach out to us if you have additional questions, and we can try to get them answered as well.
Cindy, I have a question. To Leo and Coffee, hello. Are there any products that are restricted in Indonesia that should suppliers should be careful about being an ingredient in their products?
Well, only for the halal and others. Actually, not specific, but like a dairy product, you have to have a permit to import the dairy products, and then the exporter have to be certified by the Indonesian government for their farm or their processing facilities. So for dairy, it could be limited because companies or a few farms has been approved every year, and this usually USDEC has been doing the lobbying and everything for the protocol and everything. And then the other thing is probably just the processed meat, where we have the same situation, the farm or the to be approved by the agriculture.
Well, let me add more information. Actually, the strategy is always find an importer that interested in your product. And then once you got one importer interested in your product, then the importer will basically handle all the license and the import license, and then all the quota, all the all the permit that are required to import your product, so you don't have to be hassle, too much problem with the licensing and everything. So find a very good importer, and then the importer will take care of your product. basically that's a good strategy.
Thank you. May I ask a follow-up question? What about the labeling? Can the labeling just be in English for product, even for a sample product, or does the sample need to have some Indonesian language for labeling?
I think for sampling, as long if you are sending to DHL or FedEx, you know, as long as it's not big quantity, is a small quantity, it's normally okay without label. But if you are already importing, in the label has a Indonesian label translation of some of the ingredients and some of the, so it need another stickers to be stickered at your product.
Yeah, basically the label, if we cover the original label, it will consist of the ingredient in Bahasa, and it also shows who is the importer and the exporters of the product.
Okay. Any additional questions for Coffee or Leonard? If not, then this concludes our presentation. Please reach out to your liaison with any additional questions, and hope to see you all in Indonesia in October. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.